Hi students, in this presentation we're going to be learning about how to write essay titles. And in addition to writing essay titles, learning how to write catchy and correct titles for your college compositions. Let's go ahead and begin. So creating catchy titles, it's really a reader's first impression when they read your essay. Titles are important for your readers. Along with the introductory paragraph or paragraphs, a good title may be one of the most important elements of an essay. A title actually contributes to the argument developed in the rest of the essay. By identifying the topic, the argument, or the method of the essay, a strong title begins the work of informing and also convincing your readers of what you're about to say. In addition, a strong title indicates to your instructor that you have understood the question and the concepts of the assignment prompt. One of the first things your instructor will look for is whether the assignment question or the prompt has been answered, and a clear title actually assures the teacher that the essay does what was asked. Another function of a title is to capture a reader's attention and also their interest by giving them an idea of what the essay is about and what its main idea is. For you as a writer, the title is a really privileged place in the text because it draws the reader's most complete attention. Take advantage of that fact. Use the title's privileged position to express your ideas clearly and to articulate your thoughts in response to the essay prompt. A title chosen early in the writing process can help writers stay on track also during the writing process. So creating a catchy title, it's like a reader's first impression. It's just like going to a job interview and wearing a suit versus jeans and a t-shirt. So let's take a look at these two titles here. Which title is the catchiest? Which one catches your attention the most and makes you want to read further? Is it number 1, Safe Drinking Water Act, or number 2, Safe Drinking Water Act, Pure Vision, Contaminated Processes? Which one tells the reader more about the tone of the essay and the student's argument? Number 2 would actually be a more effective title. Let's take a look at some title tips for effective titles. Tip number 1, you want to make your titles fairly brief. Your titles should be no more than 10 words and they should be easy to read. Here's an example of one catchy and effective title. Prophets or Profits? Religious Colonialism in Africa. There's a little bit of a play on words here. It tells the reader what he or she is about to read in the essay, as well as catches their interest. Number 2, you want to help the reader predict the essay content. In this one, Communism, Collectivism, and Collapse in Cambodia gives the reader an idea of what the student is about to write in the essay. It also catches the reader's attention. The Day the Earth Bled, the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. Instead of just saying the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, the day the earth bled adds a little more drama or a little more interest to the title. One thing you don't want to do is use a generic title. For example, composition number 2. This is not an effective title. So, how do you create catchy titles? Here are a few tips to help you in this process. First, think of a familiar saying, title of a book, song, or movie that might fit your essay. For example, if your essay is about respect, you could use the title from a famous Aretha Franklin song, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, What It Means to Me. Another tip would be to try to use alliteration or words that have similar sounds. For example, in the previous example, communism, collectivism, collapse in Cambodia. All those words in the title start with the sound k. Try using a title with maybe a question in it. Here's one on cell phones and driving, using the popular question, "Can you hear me now?" Another tip would be to try taking an interesting phrase from your essay to use as the title. This title here, "The West Was Won in the Wilderness," also uses the strategy of alliteration, using same sounds. Try using a portion of a quote as a title. For example, this is a rather common saying, get busy living or get busy dying. Try using two titles you have written so far and use them together with a colon. Stripping in your backyard, surface mining. There are also formatting guidelines for titles that you should be aware of. One guideline is do not bold, italicize, or underline titles. Just use regular formatting. This should be Times New Roman, size 12 font. Number 2, do not use a period after a title. Number 3, titles are never complete sentences. Number 4, do not use quotations around titles of an essay. If you refer to the title of an essay within your essay, then you can use quotations. But for your title at the top in the center of your essay, you will not need quotations. Number 5, never capitalize all the words of a title, only the most important words. Number 6, the first letter of the first word in a title is always capitalized. Number 7, remember, do not use abbreviations in titles. Remember to spell out your numbers and any other abbreviations. Number 8, do not capitalize prepositions or articles unless they are the first word. All right, so now that you've taken some notes on how to write effective titles as well as correctly formatted titles, now you're ready for a quiz.